his man, complete. It's Newton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
On 4th down, Callaway. He finds his man, complete. It's Newton. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Buckley, and he's going to take this one down to the 25. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Buckley, and this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now a handoff up the middle. Buckley. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
On 4th down, Callaway. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Smith. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he finds McLaurin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Out of the gun, Smith. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. To the air again, Smith. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And he's going to go down again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Count away. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Buckley, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Callaway. A quick throw, but incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Callaway. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Let's go now.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On first away. Oh, what a move. Always got some breathing room. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. That was tremendous effort, especially after the catch. Breaking through tackles, fighting for extra yards.
So was that just great effort, or were there a lot of missed tackles?
Yeah, the defense did help him a bit.
Yeah, he certainly did, but let's focus on the positive. He made it happen.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Time to his left. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2 yards left on second down from the 9. Looking to throw. Callaway. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Their mobile, agile quarterback with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Lions will take the lead here in the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Now Geno on first down. That one is slant to McLaurin. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Smith's throw complete to Dotson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Smith. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Geno. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's second and 10.
It's now second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Geno now to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where you see the final score there. T. Higgins leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Jalen Hurts leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions, and their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for Washington, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these 2 teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So here are the Lions to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Callaway. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Callaway. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith out to his left. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Smith. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing again is Smith. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Smith escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Geno. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Washington. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. $47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Lions will take over. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. On third down, Buckley shifts by him, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Newton. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. On third down, Buckley. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this is going to remain a 1-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Washington ready to try again on offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays as well.
Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, 55 yards. And the Commanders have taken the lead here this third quarter. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here, because that was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his to absolute devastating effect.
And the top speed he attained there, according to Next Gen Stats, 21.3 miles per hour. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the two-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the two-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Callaway. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. On second down now, Buckley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first down, Callaway. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on first down, Callaway. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
To throw on second down, Callaway. And the timing a bit off that time as Edward falls to the ground. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And that'll bring up fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing, the O-line coach will.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Smith now to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. On the return is Williams. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. On 2nd down, Buckley. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. The offense on 3rd down tonight. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors. Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Back to throw. Callaway. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. On 2nd down now, Buckley, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. Looking to throw, Callaway, and that is incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries. But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game. Takes it to about the 37. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Smith. Coming across the field, he finds Dotson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd down, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Robinson up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down, Smith. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Now Smith. And that is incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they were stopped on 4th down. Had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that won't buy them much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Callaway. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Here comes Peppers. Oh, nice move. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 45 on 2nd down, Smith. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. taken at about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter, getting down to the good stuff. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Smith. He finds his man, complete. That's Pope. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I'm trying to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And down to the 36-yard line here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Lions' 36-yard line.
Robinson with another carry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Here comes an important one now for Austin Seibert. This to break our 4th quarter tie. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. They'll find Williams on the slant. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. Buckley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They run the counter. Buckley.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a first down in field goal range already. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. Buckley. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Buckley. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Butker's kick here is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Now Washington down by a field goal, 1:09 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now Smith. Completes this to Jefferson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Smith. Dotson, he's got it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 7 catches for him now. And this last one, a first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now it's Smith. He's got McLaurin. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Smith now to throw. Forced out to his left. And this one too low. Smith an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway. Once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Lions, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they